Hi, this is Mrs. Freeman. Today we're going to solve multi-step equations, and we have 4 different steps that we're going to look at here. For step 1, it says that we're going to distribute. So distributive property is when you have a number outside of a set of parentheses and you multiply it in. So another word for distribute is to multiply. So for example, this would be 2 times the quantity of x plus 3. So you take the number that's on the outside and multiply it into the parentheses. So 2 times x will give us 2x. 2 times 3 will give us positive 6. Okay, step 2 says we're going to combine like terms. So this is when you have the same variable. So for example, a 3x and a 4x, if you're adding those together, that would give you 7x. And then the last 2 steps, undo addition and subtraction and undo multiplication and division. This is what we've been doing for the past few weeks with our equations. Okay, so let's look at the first example. So example 1 is 5x minus 10 plus 3x equals 14. So we'll draw our line through the middle here, and then we're going to follow through our 4 steps. So our first step is distribute. So distributive property is when we have a number outside of a set of parentheses that we're going to multiply in. So we don't have any distributive property here. So our second step is to combine like terms. So that means we're looking for the same variables on the same side of the equal sign. So we have a 5x and we have a positive 3x. Notice they're both on the left side, so that means we're combining them. We're not changing signs, we're combining. So 5x plus 3x is 8x. And we'll bring down our minus 10, and we'll bring down our equals 14. Now we just have a 2-step equation, which is what we've been working on. So we'll solve this. So add 10 to both sides. That way those will cancel out. We'll bring down our 8x equals 14 plus 10 is 24. Divide by 8, and x equals 3. Okay, so example 2, we have negative 30 equals 12y plus 4 plus 5y. So this is just like example 1, so why don't you pause the video, try it on your own, and then come back and watch to see if you have it correct. So I'm going to draw my line through the middle here, through our equals. And step 1 again was distribute, which we don't have any distributive property here. So our second step is to combine like terms. So we have a 12y and a positive 5y. So these are like terms because they're on the same side of the equals. So you're combining, not changing signs. They're on the same side, so you combine. So 12y plus 5y is 17y. We didn't use that plus 4, so bring it down. And bring down the equals negative 30. Okay, now we just have a 2-step, which is what we've been working on. So go from there. So we're going to subtract 4 from each side. That way the 4's cancel out. Negative 30 minus 4 on the left is negative 34 equals 17y. Trying to get the y by itself. So the opposite of multiplying by 17 is dividing by 17 on each side. On the left, negative 34 divided by 17 is negative 2 equals 17's cancel equals y. Okay, so example 3 here. We have 2 times the quantity of x minus 3 equals 24. I'm going to draw my line. Step 1 is to distribute. So distributive property is when you have a number outside a set of parentheses that you're going to multiply in, which we do here. We have this 2 outside this set of parentheses, x minus 3. So we're going to put a 1 with this x, and then we're going to take the 2 and multiply it to everything inside the parentheses. So we're going to say 2 times 1x will give us 2x. And then we're going to take the 2 and distribute it to that negative 3. So 2 times negative 3 will give us negative 6. And bring down that equals 24. So now we just have a 2-step equation that we're going to solve. So you're trying to get the x by itself, so we'll get rid of this minus 6. So we'll add 6 to each side. That cancels out. Bring down your 2x equals 24 plus 6 is 30. And our last step is to undo our multiplication or division. So we'll divide each side by 2. That gets rid of the 2's and gets the x by itself. And then 30 divided by 2 equals 15. Okay, so example 4 is similar to example 3. So why don't you pause the video, try it on your own, then come back and watch and make sure that you have it correct. So we have 3 times the quantity of 2x plus 4 equals 36. So we'll draw our line. So step 1 again is to distribute. So you're going to take this number outside, which is a 3, and multiply it into these parentheses, 2x plus 4. So we're going to say 3 times 2x will give us 6x. And then we're going to multiply this 3 into this positive 4. 3 times 4 is 12. So positive 12 equals 36. Okay, step 2 is like terms, which we don't have any like terms. So now we just have a two-step equation. So we'll get rid of this plus 12, so we'll subtract 12. 12's cancel, and on the left you have a 6x equals, on the right 36 minus 12 is 24. In the last step, undo your multiplication and division. So you get the x by itself, we'll divide by 6. So x equals 24 divided by 6 is 4. Okay, so example 5 is going to tie all 4 of these steps in. So we have 5 times the quantity of x minus 3 plus 2 times the quantity of x minus 1 equals negative 10. So we'll draw our line here. And step 1 is to distribute. So notice we have 2 sets of parentheses here, so we have 2 different things that we're going to distribute. We're going to start by distributing this 5 to this set of parentheses x minus 3. So 5 times x will give us 5x, and 5 times negative 3 will give us negative 15. But we also have this 2, this positive 2 outside this set of parentheses x minus 1. So we're going to distribute that as well. So 2 times x is 2x, and that's a positive, so we'll put a plus here. And 2 times negative 1 will give us negative 2. And then we'll bring down this equals negative 10. Okay, so the next step, step 2 says combine like terms. So like terms are on the same side of the equal sign. So we're going to start with our variables. So we have a 5x here and a positive 2x. And these are both on the left, so we're just going to combine. So 5x plus 2x will give us 7x. But if you look closely, we also have these constants. We have this negative 15 and this negative 2. These are both also on the left side. So we're going to combine these as well. So negative 15 minus 2 is negative 17. And we're going to bring down this equals negative 10. Okay, now we have a two-step equation. So step 3, undo your addition and subtraction. So we're going to get rid of this minus 17 by adding 17 to both sides. These will cancel. And we'll have a 7x on the left. And on the right, negative 10 plus 17 is positive 7. And then step 4, undo multiplication or division. So we'll divide by 7. And x equals 1. Okay, so last example, we have x minus the quantity of 2x plus 5 equals 12. So we'll draw our line here. And step 1 is to distribute. So if we distribute, you're going to take a number on the outside of the parentheses and multiply it in. So we have these parentheses, and then notice right outside the parentheses we have this minus sign, or this negative sign, but there's not a number there. So remember, if you don't see that number, that means 1. So this is saying that you're distributing a negative 1 out in front. So we're going to distribute this negative 1 into our set of parentheses. So negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. Then we're going to distribute this negative 1 to the 5. So negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Now we didn't do anything with this x out in front though, so we're just going to carry it down and equals 12. So then step 2 says that we're going to combine like terms. So you want like terms on the same side of the equals. So we have this x and we have this negative 2x. So remember, this x is like a 1x here. You don't see that number, so that means 1. So 1x minus 2x is a negative 1x. I'm just going to carry down that minus 5 equals 12. So step 3, undo your addition or subtraction. So now we're going to get rid of this minus 5 by adding 5 to both sides. Those cancel. So on the left we have a negative 1x equals, on the right, 12 plus 5 is 17. And last step, undo your multiplication or division. So we'll divide each side by the number with the variable, which is negative 1. And we'll get x on the left, 17 divided by negative 1 on the right is negative 17.